Some of them won't last more than a third. All right. Well, good afternoon. It's as most of us call the most wonderful week there is. Of course, Christmas week and then bowl week, and a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening, a lot of good feelings, to be honest with you. And we're just very fortunate to be practicing and having an opportunity to go down to Montgomery in the TaxAct Camellia Bowl and play one last time to finish this thing up. We got 6 days left, and then we'll put a wrap on this season, and hopefully it's going to be what I call the happiest day of the year. And taking on a good Ball State team, they're going to present problems of all sorts. We just got to be prepared. We got to go in there and we got to be wanting to play and wanting to win. I think we will. We've had a good mindset thus far. I think we're ready to go play.
Appreciate it, Coach. At this time, we'll take questions for Coach. As a friendly reminder, if you can keep yourself on mute until asking your question, we would appreciate it. Go ahead with questions.
Coach, for people who maybe tuned in on Christmas Day and have never seen you play, what do you think is going to jump out at them when they see you?
Well, hopefully a lot of turnovers, hopefully a controlled line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. One probably mad football coach of myself on the sideline. I'd probably be the only mad person on Christmas Day. But no, you're going to see a good football team go out there and play extremely hard. A bunch of young men that enjoy being around one another and playing to the very end to get us another signature win for our football program. I think people across the country are going to be pleased to see how well we're coached and how well our men play.
Hey, Coach Marcel, Sports Inquirer. Thanks for joining us. How do you balance the bowl week as far as festivities? I'm sure you're going to go down there and do some of that stuff and preparing for an actual matchup and an actual game. How do you just get the guys to balance those two things? The fun of bowl week, but also got a competition to play.
Well, I've never made too much of bowl week. We went down and always went with the idea of enjoying ourselves. When it was time to practice, we go practice. But after that, I want it to be a reward. I want to relax. I want to, if they have an opportunity to go see the town or go to these events to relax and enjoy themselves. I think it's what it's all about. It's like I said, it's a reward for a long season, and they've done a really good job. We don't have to balance it out. We know when we need to turn it on and when we don't, and we've got a mature group. So I'm just happy that we have the opportunity to go play.
Your 5 losses is very misleading as to what your team is about. Is their 6 losses kind of the same way?
To some degree, yeah, no. I really can't speak of their losses, of course. You do mention the ones that we've had. I think our losses really gave us growth. They really propelled us into what we are and who we become as a football team. And, every one of those losses were learning aspect. There was something in those games that we found out about us that we didn't know. I don't know if that was the case for them or not, but every one of those losses, we found out something about ourselves, whether it was something we needed to correct, something we needed to do personnel wise, but it was a learning experience for us. And that's why we sit here today where we are.
Coach, are any of your players, seniors or otherwise, going to be opting out of this game?
I don't think anybody's opted out. No.
How's the general health right now? How are you guys looking that wise?
I think we're pretty good, for a season as long as it's been. We've got bumps and bruises, aches and pains. We all have that. Some are playing with some torn labrums, others have ankle injuries, back injuries, headaches. We all have something to this point in time. But like I said, this is the best week of the year. So everything starts feeling a lot better this time of the year.
It's Marcel once again. What have you seen from their offense, Ball State? Just some traits that you're going to have to prepare for when you face them.
Well, I think they're very, very balanced. I think that's one thing they can do. I think their quarterback is is a good quarterback, makes very, very good decisions. I think they do have the ability to run the football well, but they're just balanced. They're not going to go out and they're not going to be throwing it, 60 times. They're going to be well balanced, and they're probably going to be real similar to us. Once they find their niche, they're probably going to stick with that niche. But they do a good job offensively. We've got to be prepared, I think, for them to come out and become really, really physical against us. I think, that may be one of the things that I see on film that I think they have the ability to do.
I'll go to the other side. What about defensively? What have you seen from their defense as far as defending against you, especially their rush defense, which is a big part of your game?
Yeah, they play multiple fronts. Early in the year, there were a lot of odd fronts. They played what I call a reduced front in certain 11 personnels where they were reduced down to the side of the back with a backside 4-eye to kind of cut off your inside zone. They'll play what I call an under solid front against your 2 tight ends with a 9-5 shade, 3-5 to the weak. They may drop out that weak side defensive end to help a little bit in the backside coverage. I think they play really, really well. I think they play hard. I think their 2 inside linebackers make plays. I think they have the ability to do some things that presents problems to us. They're not huge in their pressures, but I do think they play very, very well and sound. They're well coached. And they do create a lot of turnovers.
I'll go again. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
I
Go ahead,
see.
Marcel.
You're looking at the schedule. They have a common opponent in Army. They played them earlier in the season. What can you take away from that contest as far as kind of seeing some similarities or how you approach that contest, maybe compared to them? Just for how do you scout a team that you're not too familiar with?
Yeah, I think that game is probably works well for us defensively. Both those defenses are real similar, Army's defense and our defense, because the two coordinators that work well together or work for each other back in the day. So we can take a little bit from that. Other than that, our Army game was the first of the season a long, long time ago. And, we don't take much away from that offensively. There's been a lot of changes on our side of the ball since that game. But the one point would be the defensive format and how they align and attack it.
How are you going? How's that going to shake you
Yeah,
up?
Christmas Day is going to be Christmas Day. It's going to be Christmas game day. We have a schedule. I think one thing that you have to do to be successful is keep consistency. I think we just keep it consistent. We wake up and who knows, Santa may have swung through that hotel delivering gifts. I don't know. Something may happen. Something may not happen. But we're going to enjoy the day. We're going to understand what that day means, and then we're going to go play the game.
Are many of the players' families going to be able to come and be part of this? Have they talked about that?
I think for the most part, we're going to have a good contingent of the families make it down. I think it's important to our players that they're there, and I'm sure to the families that they want to be there as well.
What would getting win number 8? What would that mean?
Well, it'd be just another signature win, something we've never done here before. Georgia State win number 8 would give our seniors the best and be the best senior class in school history. Something to be very, very proud of. I've always talked about what do you want to be remembered for. Being remembered for the best team in school history is certainly right up there. Win number 8, most conference wins in a season. There's a lot to be celebrated with this win. It just says we've made, another step in the right direction. The growth of this football program is really moving forward, and it's something to watch out for.
Is there any benefit to this game being in Montgomery, given that Ball State's coming down from nearly 10 hours away?
I don't think so. I don't think they're driving, so they're probably just going to get on a plane, and it'll be about an hour and a half flight. We got about a 2.5 hour ride, so I don't know. They may have the advantage.